Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I have audio this time. Seconds ago, I tried to do this without proper audio. So here I am, Thomas Metal 75, and what are we reviewing today? It is not a beer in a can, nor is it a cider. We're drinking wine, mofos. I did not buy this wine, but this is one that's lying around at the house. Simpler brand wines, two Uncanny. It's a Australian Chardonnay, if you can see that. Yeah, it is a product of Australia. It sure is. Imported and canned in the United States for Schaefer Reinhardt Selection South, Pasadena, California. 375 milliliters, 12.9 alcohol by volume. And it says you need right there, you need no screw cap, or you need no cork opener, and you need no wine glass. If you can even read that, I apologize. But wine glass. So here we go with this can of wine. Trader Joe's. Yes, they put out this wine. And they are $3.99 a 4-pack, and they come in the simpler times whites or rosés, I guess. I think you can get a sparkling Italian sparkling wine as well. Although canned wine is the new kid on the block when compared to centuries old wine packaging of glass bottles and corks, its benefits are propelling it into industry stardom. Aluminum cans are lightweight, portable, and cost less to ship, and they're easier to recycle. The downside, the product inside the can doesn't always stand up to its bottled counterpart. Well, they try to tackle this, all right, that it doesn't taste quite as good. So Chardonnays, just really quickly, are a white wine variety that originated in the Burgundy wine region of Eastern France. And a lot of people a lot of people produce Chardonnays, and they are considered the rite of passage and an easy entry into international wine markets. And they usually don't have much flavor. They usually have, according to Wikipedia, lean, crispy mineral tastes of Chablis. And to New World wines, they sometimes can have oaks and tropical fruit flavors. They're usually light and medium body with noticeable acidity and flavors of green, plum, apple, and pear. And in warmer locations, there's more citrusy notes. All right, let's drink a damn one, I guess. I have no experience with this prior to examination or review. So Gabriel Salaya, cheers. I don't know if that is the sulfites or whatnot, but there is a lot of stuff in there. This is a still. Yeah, it's not bubbly. It's not a sparkling wine. This is a still wine. So yeah, a lot of sediment and whatnot. And it's definitely that apple cider green, sort of yellowish green look to it. And there's not a whole bunch of smell. There's some kind of apple-y notes to it. Maybe some fresh cut grass, kind of grassy notes to it. And some of that 12.9% alcohol. So I think it is wired a wine in a can. Weird to see a wine in a can, probably, Gabriel. But yeah, let's try this. Two Uncanny simpler brands Chardonnay without any date on when this was produced. Cheers. It's extremely tart and crisp. Very refreshing. There's an acidic tart note, almost souring in a way. I don't think any real world wine connoisseur would tell you that this is a great wine. And I've had some wines. I've been to the Sonoma County region of Northern California this past April 2018 and not tried a lot of white wines. I had some sparkling wines. I did have a couple of white wines, but their red wines are absolutely hard to beat. And this is just not a really great wine. Open this and I don't know, shotgun it. 12.9. I'll get you drunk. Um, but the mouthfeel is somewhat clean. It's somewhat refreshing. I'd say it's pretty refreshing. And yeah, it's just got this acidic, citrusy, and green apple, kind of a almost a souring note. So if you're looking for a white wine that has a very neutral flavor, this one has some kind of flavor that I don't know if I particularly am enjoying it. And Gabriel is completely correct. If this actually came from that $3.99 4-pack, I think this could have been just a single from Trader Joe's. Again, I did not purchase this. Family member did, but for $3.99, Gabriel Salaya says, "What do you expect?" And not the F much. So, unfortunately, I will not be giving it a rating as far as letters and grades because this isn't normally what I do. But unfortunately, because of that souring, tart, acidic feel to it that I'm not really that fond of, it's not a drain pour, but I'm going to give it 2 thumbs down. I think that there are probably boxes of wines and cheaper wines that are probably better than this. And Trader Joe's does the Charles Shaw $2 chuck or $3 chuck bottles that I've had a couple of times when a bottle has been opened at my house, and those are better than this simpler times crap. And let's see here. I did one review on this channel. Go search for it of some kind of a black box wine that was a white wine, and that was far better than this. I think I prefer, if I were to drink Chardonnays or wines on more of a regularity, I would prefer an oaked Chardonnay as far as providing me with some more interesting flavors and maybe more neutrality from the drink than this tart, acidic, almost souring note to it. But there's a tiny grapefruit. There's a tiny bit of that. There's a tiny, well, I should say, besides that, there's the big presence of the green apple skin and the green apple just in general with that souring note. So, okay. Um, yeah, it looks, those are not bubbles, so weird. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 2. I'll give it a 1.5 or a 1.5 thumbs down. I would not seek this product out. Gabriel Salaya, before we leave, he says maybe if you bought a $10 wine, it would be better in taste. Maybe. I don't necessarily think even in beers or any spirit that price is always indicative of quality, because cheaper beer seems to taste better than this wine. So again, 1.5 thumbs down for Trader Joe's simpler wines. Too uncanny to avoid. Sure. Till next time, keep tasting beer, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye from Trader Joe's Wineland.